Welcome to Clerk of the Court Live. My name is Gary Smith, and I'm a criminal department manager for the Clerk of the Circuit Court. And I'd like to welcome you all to Clerk of the Court today. I will be your host this evening, and my esteemed and illustrious guest. It's just such a pleasure and an honor to have the Clerk of the Circuit Court, the Honorable Dorothy Brown, as our guest today. Clerk Brown, welcome.
Thank you, Gary.
All right, now you may view Clerk of the Court live on CAN TV, channel 21, or at http://cantv.org/hotline. This is a live, call-in TV program, so we welcome questions and comments from our viewing audience today. Our number is 312-738-1060. So please feel free to call in and ask us questions about today's topic.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we're from the Clerk of the Circuit Court. Ms. Brown is the Clerk of the Circuit Court, and you may reach our office by calling the Honorable Dorothy Brown at Clerk of Court or the Clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County at Cook County clerkofthecourt.org. We're located at 50 West Washington in room 1001 in Chicago, Illinois, 60602. We're open from the hours of 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Mondays through Fridays, excluding court holidays. And the number, if you'd like to reach us, is 312-603-5031. Okay, we have satellite offices throughout Cook County. For example, the criminal division is located at 2650 South California, and we have numbers of locations, domestic violence, juvenile justice, and they're all throughout the county of Cook. So, Clerk Brown, welcome to Clerk of the Court Live.
Thank you, Gary. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
It is an honor to have you here on your show today. And I'd like to notify and say to our listening audience that the special reason that we're here today on this particular show is to bring you a very exciting event that we have coming up with the Clerk of the Circuit Court. It's coming up. It's our annual expungement summit, annual expungement and sealing summit. It's going to be held at Westinghouse College Prep, and it's located at 3223 West Franklin Boulevard in Chicago. It's going to go on June 1st. That's first Saturday in June, and the doors open at 8:30 a.m. and the doors will promptly close. The doors will promptly close at 6 p.m. Okay, we're very excited about our expungement summit this year, and Clerk Brown, I'd like for you to be able to explain to our listening audience what are going to be some of the differences in the expungement summit that we're going to have this year.
Well, Gary, this year we have an advanced registration process that you all really need to be aware of. We want to be able to help you as efficiently and as smoothly as possible. So we've put in place an advanced registration process. You can go on our website at cookcountyclerkofcourt.org/second chance, or just go on the website and you'll see the expungement summit there, and you can click on that and you can go through the registration process. But in order to register, we want you to upload your rap sheet. Now, What that means is it has to be, someone has to scan it in for you. I'm not talking about just you're taking a picture of it and sending us a picture of the first page, in which a lot of people have been doing, and we've had to send it back and to say to them, we need you to send us the entire spreadsheet, entire rap sheet. And so if you do not have a scanner, if you do not have the capability of scanning in a document, we have a lot of different locations that you can actually go to and actually register in advance. There are some churches that have agreed to do registration at their locations this Sunday and next Sunday. And we're going to put that up for you so you can see those churches, including my church, King of Glory Tabernacle Church of God in Christ, which is located at 2314 East 83rd Street. You can go on our website and find these locations as well. Apostolic Church of God, Evening Star Missionary Baptist Church on the south side, Green Grove Missionary Baptist Church, JLM Abundant Life Center, and People's Church of the Harvest. But also we have partners. We have been partnering with 3 locations, and they've been doing the permitting people to come there, and you can they'll scan your rap sheet in for you and let you register. These 3 locations: one is North Lawndale Employment Network on the west side of Chicago, 3936 West Roosevelt Road; Teamwork Inglewood, 815 West 63rd Street, and Tread, 11320 South Hossa Street. Now, these 3 organizations and the Clerk of the Court, we've been working with the Monroe Foundation, who has actually been helping individuals to go to the Chicago Police Department to get their rap sheets, and they've been paying for them. The Monroe Foundation has been paying for the rap sheets. Rap sheets cost $16. And you get your rap sheet, and then you come to one of our locations, and we will scan it in and upload it. Now, we'll give the rap sheet back to you, and you can bring that to the Expungement Summit. But then once we get your rap sheet scanned in and sent to the clerk's office, we're going to forward it to Cabrini Green Legal Aid, who's going to do a preliminary review of your situation. So by the time you come to the summit, the attorneys there will already have some idea as to whether or not your particular case is expungible or sealable or not.
Well, that's great, Madam Clerk, because then when they actually come to the summit, they'll have the information that has been screened already, and the attorneys don't have to take as much time to determine if the person is eligible for an expungement or not.
Exactly. And we learned from last year, because we had almost 1,500 people to show up because the law changed. The law changed, and there's so many things that are now sealable. There are only 4 felony convictions that are not sealable, which means that pretty much all misdemeanors are sealable. And a sealing is just as good as an expungement, because you get an opportunity to get that information out of the FBI database, out of the state's attorney's records, out of our records, the Clerk of the Court's records, the Chicago Police. No one has it on their computer systems. If a police officer stops you, then they can't find it in a database. The only way people can get to that information is through having your file unsealed through the courts. And so pretty much employers can't get to it, so you can get an opportunity to get a job. You can get into college because you don't have to worry about it. You can even get into armed services, so get a sealing. There are only 4 laws, Gary, that are not sealable now. And I always look at it from the standpoint, I call it sad. Now, people see me moving this scarf on my shoulder, and they're wondering, why am I dressed like this? You need to know, today is Asian American Heritage Month celebration at the Clerk of the Court. So I'm dressed in Asian American attire, because I always dress in the attire of the culture that we're celebrating, so that I can walk a mile in their shoes, and I can see how people react to them in their and I can understand and respect them even the more. So I have on my Asian American Heritage, my celebration outfit today.
And you look beautiful.
Thank you, Gary.
But let me ask you, you're saying walk in the shoes
Yes.
of another person. Now we're asking you to walk in the shoes of the people who are coming to the summit to be able to determine what's expungible and what's sealable. So can you spend a little time with our audience to let them know what types of cases, because you've worked
Yes.
very hard on getting certain classifications expanded and expunged. So can you let our audience know specifically what types of cases can and cannot be expunged?
Yes, so arrested and not charged, that's expungible. So in other words, your record gets mailed to you, it's destroyed. When it's expunged, it's destroyed. When it's sealable, it's just sealed away. Everyone keeps a copy of it. But for expunged, only the clerk of the court holds on to a copy in case you do something else, and the judge needs to know about that information for sentencing purposes. But so arrested and not charged, all of those are expungible, and nolli pros, in other words, stricken off your record with leave to be reinstated, cases dismissed, those things are expungible, whether or not it's a felony or a misdemeanor. Now, the things that are sealable, everything is sealable with the exception of 4 types of crimes. And I look at them from the standpoint of, I call it SADD, sad, because it is sad that these things are not sealable, because that means you now there is still hope now, because those things you can go to the governor to request an executive clemency. So S stands for sexual offense.
Yeah, that's pretty serious.
A stands for animal crime.
Okay.
D stands for domestic violence. And the other D stands for DUI.
Understand.
Those 4 things, those 4 sad things are not sealable. But you can still come to my expungement summit on June 1st at Westinghouse High School at 3223
West Franklin.
because we're going to have the Illinois Prison Review Board there to help you.
Great. You have, given us a lot of information, and we seem to have a caller right now. Is our caller on the line?
Those 4 things said, those 4 sad things
Okay.
are
We're
not
waiting for our caller.
Okay? I think you need to turn your television down a little bit and just...
June 1st at Westinghouse High School at 3223 West Franklin.
Carly, you have a question?
Review board there.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome to Clerk of the Court Live. What's your question?
Yeah. Thank you, Clerk Brown. My name is John, calling from Chicago. My question is, I have a rap sheet. If I don't have time to upload my rap sheet or to register, can I still come with my rap sheet?
Television down a little bit.
Okay.
On the day of the summit, can you come? We certainly will welcome you, John. Now, there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to get your petition prepared that day. That's why we want you to do it ahead of time so we can review it and get going on it. But we will have it's a job information seminar. We will also have an expungement and sealing seminar. So we'll be giving information out to everyone that comes. We're going to be we've allocated to help at least the first 500 that register, first 500 that, and if we don't have 500 to register, then we'll add to that number of people based upon the people that come that day. If we have more attorneys to sign up, the more attorneys, the more people will be able to help. However, we're urging everyone to come because there's going to be great information that day, and we will have an expungement seminar throughout the day, as well as job information, which is very important for someone that has a criminal background.
But Clerk Brown, and John, we want to emphasize that pre-registration is vital. And
Yes.
that's why Clerk Brown, listed all of the agencies who are assisting with pre-registering, our applicants. So we encourage people to come to the summit on June 1st, but we also encourage them to take the time to pre-register, to go online, scan their information into the system so they'll be able to be registered and we can help them more efficiently and more effectively there at the summit.
Exactly, because we already have your information. So, as I said, now if you can't remember all these different locations, as I said, you can go on our website. And I'll make sure my staff has all these flyers on the website with these locations on there, both the non-for-profit organizations and the church organizations. Now, the non-for-profit organization, you can go there all week, throughout the weekday, and they pretty much go from, I would say, all of their times, like from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and first two are 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and the other is 10 a.m. to 2. The last tread, the one on 113th, is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The others, Teamwork Inglewood and North Lawndale, they're 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Now, another thing that we are having, now for the churches, they're pretty much from 10 to 2 or 10 to 3. But next week, in the clerk's office, all of our locations, we're going to be permitting you to actually go to our location, any of our locations next week.
Yes.
At the clerk of the court, and you're going to be able to register right at the clerk of the court. Now, here is a flyer concerning that. You will be able to go to any of my offices, whether it's in the suburbs or because this is a countywide expungement summit. Whether you're in the suburbs or you're in Chicago, you can go to any of my locations. The Daily Center over at 26 in California, any of our branch locations and we have our suburban districts. You can go to any of our locations and you can upload your rap sheet. I'm looking to see if domestic violence is here. I don't think domestic violence is here, but we do have all of our Daily Center locations and all of our suburban locations, and then 26 in California and juvenile justice. So we don't have domestic violence court, but juvenile justice and 26 in California, and looks like we do not have our branch courts. But from Monday through Friday, we're going to be taking and helping you to register.
Clerk Brown, we've got a number of callers that have questions.
Okay,
that
we'll
they
take
would
the calls.
to come in. We have a caller. Caller, welcome to Clerk of the Court Live. What's your question?
Thank you so much. My name is Michelle, and I am calling to speak with Clerk Brown. I am just so excited that the Expungement Summit is coming to the West Side this year. That's much closer to me. But my question for the clerk is that I'm not working right now, and I would like to file a sealing petition, and so I just wanted to know what I could do. I don't think I would be able to pay the filing fee. I don't know if I have any options.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. You do have options. You can actually come that day. We're going to have judges on site to actually rule on your petition to request to be found indigent. Indigent means you can't afford to pay. You are not working exactly what you're saying. All you have to do is do a petition. We call it 298 petition. And we're going to have judges on site all day long. And once they rule on it, you'll be able to take that petition that's been prepared by a judge and file your case for free. You'll even be able to get the certified dispositions for free. And so come on over. First register at one of these locations or at one of our clerk's office locations or one of the churches this coming Sunday and then the following Sunday on one of the 3 different registration sites that we've established. And then once you register there, then we need you to come on to the Expungement Summit on June 1st. And as I said, even if you don't get a chance to register, we're going to welcome you with open arms, and we're going to be providing you with information on that day, and with job information, expungement information. If we're not at our 500 limit, we'll actually try to, if you have your rap sheet, actually pass you over to an attorney to assist you.
But that's great, Clerk Brown, that folks, because they feel that they can't get their records expunged because they don't have the money. And what you're saying is at the expungement summit, they're going to have judges who will be able to rule whether or not the person has to pay, and based upon their income, they can have their fees waived and they can get their expungement petitions done for free.
Yes, that, Gary, years ago, I assessed, every year we did something different. We add some benefit to the summit, and because we assess everything. And not having judges available to be able to rule people indigent was one of the weaknesses we saw. We were preparing petitions, giving them to people, and then they were leaving and having to come back another time to actually file. And they may and may not make it back. So I wanted to take all the excuses away. And so I wanted to have judges on site. So Chief Judge Evans works with us, and we're able to have judges on site to rule people indigent. And I'm just so thankful for those judges that come.
That's great.
So we have a call.
Again, welcome to Clerk of the Court Live. It's a live, interactive call-in show, and we appreciate you to call in and ask questions that we may not cover. And I think we do have a caller. Caller, welcome to Clerk of the Court Live. What's your question?
Hi, my name is Karen, and my son is really good with computers. Does he have to go to one of the places you named to register, or can he do it himself from his own computer?
Great question, Karen. He absolutely can. He can do it from his own computer as long as he has a scanner. So, or the ability to scan, because you can download a scanner on your telephone. And so, as long as he can scan the document in and upload it to our website, upload it to the site in which the registration site, then he's fine. He does not have to go anywhere else to do it. Just stay right there at home, use his own computer, and get that done.
And Madam Clerk, if you don't mind, can we just give the locations one more time for where you would register for the summit?
All right, so the not-for-profit organizations that are working with us are, number one, North Lawndale Employment Network, 3936 West Roosevelt Road. Teamwork Inglewood, 815 West 63rd Street. And they're both open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And TREAD, the Rock Enterprise and Development Corp. at 11320 South Hossett Street. And then you can come to our offices, you can then go to the churches. Thank you, Gary.
Okay.
And we want to put the churches up here. You can then go to these churches on May 19th and May 26th. That is Apostolic Church of God, and we want to thank Bishop Dr. Brazier for that, 6320 South Dorchester Avenue. Then you can also go to my church, King of Glory Tabernacle Church of God in Christ. You'll find me there, 2314 East 83rd Street. Evening Star Missionary, and I want to thank my pastor, Pastor Jeffrey Hodges. Evening Star Missionary Baptist Church, 4235 South Cottage Grove Avenue. Want to thank the pastor there. Green Grove Missionary Baptist Church, 1049 West Marquette Road. Want to thank that pastor. JLM Abundant Life Center, 2622 West Jackson Boulevard. Thank Pastor Miller. And People's Church of the Harvest. Want to thank Pastor Edie, 3570 West 5th Avenue.
Okay.
Then you can go to any of our clerk's office locations. In the Daily Center. Daily Center is 50 West Washington Boulevard, 50 West Washington Street. Go to any of our clerk's office locations. And the Richard J. Daly Center. Suburban districts 2 through 6, Skokie, Rolling Meadows, Bridgeview, Maywood, and Markham. Get those locations off our website. Or the Criminal Division at 2650 South California. A Juvenile Justice Division is 1100 South Hamilton. People with juvenile offenses, you do not have to wait to get those things expunged anymore. And the rap sheet is free for you as well as the filing. So you have no excuse and you do not have to wait. You can come right now to this summit and find out if it's expungible, even if some of the other things are not expungible. I don't think you can have a case going, however. Now, you can call our office at 312-603-5200 for information. 312-603-5200, or go to our website at cookcountyclerkofcourt.org.
Madam Clerk, it's been an honor and a pleasure to have
We have a
you
caller.
here on the show.
We have a caller.
I don't know if we have time.
I don't know. Let's see if we can take it real quick.
Okay, caller, do you have a quick question for the clerk of the circuit court?
Hello, my name is Susan, and I have a series of questions. I have a son who has been looking for a job for quite some time. We will make sure that we register for the expungement summit. How long does it take for an expungement to go through? And also, will his case from DuPage County, will we be able to expunge that at the summit as well?
Well, you'll be able to, I'll start with the DuPage County case. We will be able to prepare the petition for DuPage County, but you will have to take that case out to DuPage and file out there. And if you need a waiver, you're going to have to get the judge out there to waive the fee, or you have to pay the fee. For Chicago, and I'm not sure how long it takes to get expungement out there. For Chicago, for the cases here in Cook County, we'll be able to handle everything here. Now, the issue is depending on the kind of thing. If it's arrested and not charged, judges are doing those pretty quickly. But if it's not arrested and not charged, then because we have so many coming in, they're having to place them on the call. And I met a young woman yesterday who was at the expungement summit last year. And believe me, she told me that she just finally received her expungement. She was so excited. She received it on Tuesday. I met her at an event last night, and she said, "Oh my God, I met you, and I just received my paperwork in the mail. I was at the summit last year. I was getting discouraged because I had to wait so long." But she said, "You know what? I want to tell everyone, don't worry about the time. This is worth it. It may take 60 days." Already off the top, it takes 60 days because all the agencies have to have an opportunity to object. And then after that, we have to put it on a court call. And there's so many things. It could take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. But if you have an emergency kind of a situation going, like a job, we can possibly, if you bring it to our attention, we can possibly get the judge to look at it sooner.
Absolutely. Madam Clerk, we are out of time. We need hours to be able to go over everything that we'd like to get over to the people. But, we thank you for being on our show today. It is a pleasure to have you here. Are there any final words that you'd like to get across to the audience?
I want you to all come to the expungement summit at Westinghouse High School, Westinghouse College Prep on June 1st. Doors open at 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., and close at 6 o'clock p.m. 3223 West Franklin Boulevard, Chicago, Illinois. 3223 West Franklin Boulevard. Come on June 1st and take advantage of this second chance that we are giving you.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk, for being here on the show. And again, my name is Gary Smith, and for the Clerk of the Circuit Court Live, we'd like to thank you for listening. You all take care and have a great day.
Thank you, Gary.